Hello, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to the Rhythmic Resonance Podcast. This is your host, TR, and this week I sat down with VoKab. Daniel is a local artist from the Florence area and has been involved in Montana music for about a decade. Growing up in Texas and then moving to Montana around age 6, VoKab was faced with many challenges that eventually turned him into who he is today. Finding hip-hop early on, starting a local band, and then finding his way back to rap and eventually touring and performing around the States, VoKab has continued to work hard to provide for his family and give them his all, regardless. But before I say too much, here's VoKab on the Rhythmic Resonance Podcast, Episode 21 at Area 41 Collective. So, where are you from?
Between the Bitterroot Valley and Missoula.
Okay.
I moved to Florence in '99 from Houston, Texas.
Sweet. Okay.
So I was like 6.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm from here.
Yes, most definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some people don't agree.
No, dude, I understand. Like, there's that time where you're like, you can't really remember anything. You didn't have a choice in like where you like were growing up in those like really early years, and then like, you know, you make it here like before 10, and it's like you're
I had
grandfathered in a little bit.
I had all my firsts here, you know. So the way that I see it is, you can't take none of that from me.
For sure.
Absolutely.
What was it kind of like growing up for you?
Rough.
Yeah.
White trash, poor. Kind of, you know, parents were drug addicts. Still were for better part of my life. Doing way better now. At least my mom is. But no, we moved to Montana from Houston because my mom was running away from my dad. So there was a lot of crazy shit that went on in Houston that led us to here.
For sure.
So I mean, it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, my mom did her best with what she had. You know, she was just a traumatized little girl.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really fault her for how she handled what she went through.
Yeah.
But that was basically it. Just poor, you know, doing the best we could with what we had. We lived in. So I spent most of my formative years here in Missoula. So like.
Okay.
Kindergarten through like 6th grade anyway. And we lived in the same house in Section 8 housing over called Russell Park West. I don't know if you've heard of that. Yeah, so that's where I spent most of my youth, was there. And when you live in low-income neighborhoods, low-income people live there, you know, so that kind of, you're surrounded by. I was doing way too old of shit for how young I was.
Yeah.
That's basically what it boils down to.
For sure.
Which led to some crime. And I went to Pine Hills when I was 14.
Okay.
And then that's a juvenile correction facility here in Montana. And basically was turned a 9-month sentence into almost 2 years.
Holy cow.
There.
Damn.
And then decided shortly after being released from there, I fucked up a little bit after I got out of there, just rebellious, stupid stuff. You know?
For sure.
But decided shortly after that I didn't want to deal with that. I was on probation from the time I was like 12 years old until I was released at 17.
Damn.
You know.
Wow.
So it was like constantly under somebody's thumb.
Yeah.
For most of
The formative years. Yeah.
All of them.
For sure.
Yeah. Until I was that was done anymore, and then that was done. I didn't have to deal with courts and shit anymore, and then it just went from there to let's go crazy.
For sure. No, just having like the freedom, you know,
for the first time in
Yeah.
like my whole. I didn't really have teenage years, really. I mean, I did some high school in Stevensville and stuff like that, and I met a lot of people and had a lot of really fun times in the short time I was there, you know, but it didn't really, I never really laid down much roots because of that. I was all over the place. I mean, my roots were definitely here, but you know, you don't really have those lifelong friends. I do have a couple of them, but it's not like I'm never gonna go to a 20-year high school reunion. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have that.
No,
you know?
for sure.
But yeah, so just I was in trouble a lot. And just mostly just stemmed from smoking weed and running away from home. You know,
For sure.
for some reason, running away from home's a crime. They don't really look into it as what's going on at home,
Right.
causing it
Like,
to happen.
what are you actually like running from, you know? Like,
Yeah.
or trying to get out of or away from, you know?
Yeah, it was weird. You know, you kind of hear of like for-profit prisons and what happens to people and how it gets wrapped up, and it
Sure.
not to be like conspiracy about it, but like it really feels like I was railroaded at such a young age. Like there was no reason why I should have went to Pine Hills for smoking weed.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was other stuff. Like I borrowed a car when I was 13. I mean, there was no harm, no foul, but it turned into a pretty big charge, which was the catalyst to the snowball that became you're going to prison.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was basically it. I'm from Montana.
Well, I guess like what were you kind of into like when you were a young kid, you know? Like were you listening to music? Were you like
Oh yeah, music's always been the escape.
Sure.
You know, so it's always been music, but besides just at that time I was just listening and enjoying music for what it was as a more or less a fan. You know,
Yeah.
just,
What were you listening to?
I think it all started out with like Eric Clapton, you know, as a kid. You
Yeah.
know, like shit my mom listened to. Clapton, Skinnerd, J.J. Cale,
Okay.
Steve Miller, you know,
Yeah.
those type of things. But then I found hip hop, you know, so it was shortly after we moved here. We were staying with my mom's friend, Mike,
Okay.
and he was playing this fucking CD, and I'd never heard anything like it before. You know, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Right.
And he's like, I'm gonna put you on game, basically. And so like he made me this fucking mixtape, burn CD, and gave me a Discman player at the time. So it was like just these little shitty headphones.
Sure. But you could walk around with it, you know? You're on mobile
It
a
was
little bit.
It was freedom. You know, it was insane. But like the CD, the first song on that CD was the Kenny Parker Show 2001 by Exhibit.
Man.
It was off his Relentless album.
Yeah.
But that was like my introduction to hip hop. Was that song?
Oh,
was Exhibit.
man.
So like for me, Exhibit is like if it wasn't for Pimp My Ride, he'd be like top 5 greatest. Like no questions asked.
For sure.
But like that was like holy shit! Like what is this? That spoke to me more than anything ever had. And then of course, you know, like, do you remember? You might be too young for this. So back in the day, dude, they used to send these like pieces of paper in the mail that had like every CD you could think of the time was out on it. So
really?
So like, and then it would say like 40 CDs for 10 cents. And so you could just like mark what CDs you wanted and then send it back in the mail, and then they would send you these CDs.
Way.
And then you'd be on the hook for like 40 cents.
Oh, man.
So like everybody went to collections for that, I imagine. But I was like 10 years old, right? So I'm like marking down these CDs, and I think I got like a Korn CD maybe, but the Marshall Mathers LP.
Yep.
You know, and like, and I remember like those coming in, and my mom, she's like, "What the fuck?
What are
these CDs?" It's like Cypress Hill, I think, was one of them. And I just like picked everything that looked dope. You know,
of course, 100%.
To like my 10-year-old brain, I'd never heard of any of these things. I mean, I might have heard Eminem on the radio or something at that time.
Yeah.
But I remember my mom put the Marshall Mathers LP in the CD player and started playing it, you know, and then after the public service announcement, which is pretty bad for a 10-year-old kid, you know.
Like
the very next song is like, "Bitch, I'm gonna kill you." You know? And so my mom was like, "Fuck no,
not
dude.
a chance.
No way." So she's like hiding all these CDs, and so I would like sneak up into her closet where she was hiding them, because I was a fucking latchkey kid. You know? She was out smoking meth with her friends, and I'm listening to hardcore hip hop in the house. You know.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like, so yeah, like once I found hip hop, it was fucking over.
Yeah.
Like that was it. That took over my whole entire life. Like it was. I mean, I was in and out of group homes and stuff too, so it was like put on the headphones and disappear.
Yeah.
And it's cliche, you know. We sing for these kids that don't have a thing except for a dream and a fucking rap magazine. You know, like, that's what it literally was. Like, no questions asked. And it bugs the fuck out of me now because I have 3 kids and none of them give a fuck about music like I did.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they all
they'll get there.
They all enjoy it, but
yeah,
like, I mean, it speaks volumes because they don't need that escape.
100%.
So they don't need to hide in their headphones and listen to somebody scream at their mom on a record, you know.
You know, to ease the pain a little bit, you know, absolutely. And like that's a beautiful way to look at that, you know.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I found the fucking Kenny Parker Show. I don't know if you ever heard that song, dude, but you should play it after we leave here.
100%.
It's a fucking banger, dude.
Okay.
And that was my introduction to hip hop.
Okay. Introduction with exhibits.
Dude, it was insane.
What kind of just drew you to it? You know, like, was it like the lyrics? Was it the stories? Was it like the beats?
That particular song opens up with KRS-One, and I didn't know who the fuck it was, but it's like, "You are now tuned in to the ultimate sounds of Dr. Dre. You know what time it is. Exhibit steps up to the mic, laying down that hardcore, real underground. My name is KRS-One, and it's real." And for some reason, I'd never heard anything like that, you know. I think the first CD that was ever actually mine was like Britney Spears or something. You know, like my aunt got it for me for Christmas or some shit. So I'd never heard anything like that before.
Yeah.
And then Exhibit just comes in, and it's like, it's not like he's doing any crazy technical rapping, but he's rapping his fucking ass off. Yeah. And it's so... it's getting my heart pumping just thinking about it. Like, it's
for sure.
I haven't even heard that song in so long. I'll probably play it on the way.
There we go. But it just like, it was just infectious, you know.
Oh yeah,
it just got you hooked.
I mean, and there were some follow-up songs on that same CD.
Yeah,
you know, that was like the first time I was introduced to Tech Nine was on that same CD. You know, so like, I think I'm a Player was on that one, and so like, and when you're a kid that doesn't have a dad and you're listening to these songs, you know, you learn shit. Dude,
oh, for sure.
That you would never otherwise learn, and my mom's not going to fucking...
talk about those sorts of things. No, 100%.
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, dude, that's cool, though. Like, just purely based off of just intrigue, you know? Yeah, like, what is this?
Yeah, I mean, and... So, in Houston, too, I mean, my culture shock was way different when I moved here.
Oh, for sure.
So, it was like I moved from Houston to Florence, Montana. Like, Mom,
6 years old.
where the fuck are the black people? You know,
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
I'd never known a life without black people around me.
Yeah.
And then we move here, and it's like,
The complete opposite.
whoa.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and then you see racism firsthand when you've never seen that before. And it's just like, and you know that you're not like these people. You know, like, why the fuck does that matter at all if they're nice to you?
Right.
You know? And so that was the life that I moved into here. You know, old school grandparents. You hate it, but you can't fault them for how they were raised.
Right.
You know, so it's like you can say fuck and goddamn it, why? You know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
try to make them understand, which I imagine if any of my grandparents were alive today, they probably would understand. You know? But,
Yeah.
yeah, it was just a massive culture shock.
For sure.
And so, but like even then, like I was still really sheltered in Houston. So like my mom worked at a daycare center in a black neighborhood, and so like it was like we go from daycare to home, to daycare to home.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I did maybe like part of first grade there. But it was like an early first grade because when I moved here, I went into kindergarten. So it was like, yeah, it was like a weird, different system how it was out there.
Sure.
But yeah, but now go to Houston and it's a crazy experience.
Oh, for sure.
Like I can't say I'm from there because I don't know anything about it. You know,
Yeah.
like I go there and I'd be lost.
Yeah. You're like, what is going on here?
It's just on my birth certificate. That's it.
For sure. So after, I guess you kind of had like a discovery of music, like, and you were growing up, getting involved in things, reaching 17, then kind of where did life kind of take you from there?
You want to know like music journey wise?
Anything. Yeah, like life and music too, you know? Like music can be a part of it, but
yeah, so I mean there's a lot of steps in between, let's say 12 and 17.
Sure.
You know? So like I basically always knew that I was going to do better than what I was given, you know? So like no matter what it took. I mean, yeah, there was some fucking hurdles when I was a adolescent, you know, but once I learned from those mistakes, you know, like don't make them again.
Right.
You know? So do better than what I was given. So it was, let's see. I was engaged for a little bit at 18.
Okay.
And then decided that that wasn't for me. And then like 3 months later reconnected with who's now my wife. And we've been together ever since.
That's
so like
great.
I don't know any different than her, you know, so it's like we've grown together.
Yeah.
So what it boils down to is like I'm just not as much of a piece of shit, you know, now as I was then. I mean, and I can't say that I was a pretty not good person at times, you know.
For sure.
But, you know, always learn from those mistakes.
Yeah, man.
But the journey has just been turning into what I would hope is seen as like a dad that tries to be a dad and a husband that tries to be a husband, you know. So that's basically what it's turned into.
That's beautiful, man.
You know?
Yeah.
Might not always be good at either of those things all the time, you know. But just do your fucking best, and it's better than what I was given. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody ever gave me their best when it came to raising me, you know. So,
But like consciously making the decision to like rise above, you know, like the situation that you were living in and a part of.
oh, dude, yeah,
you know?
like, I mean, that was kind of the. I don't think I would trade anything that I went through for anything.
Because you wouldn't be who you are, you know,
Who knows? Like,
today.
if I never went to prison as a kid, maybe I go as an adult, you know?
Right.
And who the fuck wants to do that?
Right.
I'd much rather go to a juvenile correctional center than a fucking whatever else is there, you know? So it just feels like I got it out of my system, you know? I found drugs a little bit later in life, but that was more like fun stuff, you know? Like, I always knew that I was never going to go down the road that my mom or my dad were going down, you know?
Yeah.
So, you see like the meth and shit like that. So, and in Montana, not even once was it was on every billboard, on every fucking street corner, on every TV. They would have these terrifying commercials on the TV that was, as a kid, scare the fucking shit out of you, you know? And so it's like, don't do fucking drugs was a huge thing. You know, I found weed at a very young age, but
Sure.
I'd never do meth, you know?
Right.
And then you get offered cocaine at a party. And it's like, oh, fuck, that was cool.
Right. No, for sure.
Then you fall down that rabbit hole for a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But it's no better at all. But it always kind of felt a little better to be like, well, I'm not smoking meth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of like, oh, this outweighs that, you know, but it's not the same.
I think it's growing up is realizing it fucking is the same.
For sure.
You know, like no matter what. I mean, you're probably not going to lose your teeth doing cocaine. Hide it a little bit better. Yeah. Everybody fucking does it.
No, it's crazy.
You know,
Dude,
so
it's crazy.
Like,
yeah.
But like when you really boil down to the brass tacks of it, like I was lucky enough to be put through rehab for fucking marijuana as a kid that I learned how not to let myself be overcome by it.
Yeah.
As soon as it starts hurting the pocketbook, you gotta stop. Never pawn a guitar for it.
For sure. Yeah, that's valid for sure. Just like trying to rise above, choosing to rise above, being conscious about that choice, you know?
I think that's the main thing is even if you're making stupid decisions, like you're just knowing like, dude, do better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think that's just, I work for Toyota. Their motto's always improving. You know, that's a pretty fucking good motto.
For sure.
It
never stops, you know?
Always just try to do better than what you did.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. Yeah.
If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got, you know.
There you go. That's a quote. That's a quote right there.
It's not my quote.
Still a good one.
I heard it somewhere.
So where did your pursuit of music kind of come into the fabric of life? Around what time were you kind of like, hey, I want to like pursue this, you know?
So like I wrote my first rap in like the 6th grade.
Okay.
But like that was just friends fucking around. I think my buddy had like Fruity Loops on a computer or something, and we were fucking around making the worst beats you've ever heard and just rapping over them, you know.
For sure.
But I joined a band, started a band with some friends right after I got released from parole.
Okay.
So like that 17 time period. And it was the first time that like it was so weirdly happened, you know, like just me and my best friend moved into this guy's basement and his son and his best friend lived there, and we just all kind of like became best friends.
Okay.
You know, and then so like I played a little bit of guitar. My friend Sean sang and played a little bit of guitar. My buddy Levi is a motherfucking monster on the drums. Always was the best part of us, you know. Then my buddy Eric was like, I don't play nothing, but like I'll slap a bass.
Yeah.
So like we kind of just like started this band and we called ourselves Cheshire Smile.
Cheshire Smile. Okay.
And then we like started recording songs on like a t-shirt mic. I think that was like hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like no mixing anything. It was just like rough into the fucking
All
mic.
live room.
And then we started like releasing them on Reverb Nation. Like so this is like 2010.
Okay.
And back then, Reverb Nation, like I'd never known. That was the only place I could find to like put my music out that didn't have a video to go with it. I mean,
Sure.
I could put it on YouTube, but I didn't know how to fucking make a video.
Right.
So like we're releasing it onto Reverb Nation, and like we're starting to get like traction, like weirdly.
Yeah.
And then back then they used to have like rankings for like local music.
Oh, okay.
So it would be like so and so. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And like one day we just woke up and we had all these plays, and it was like the #1 alternative band in Missoula.
Hey.
And so we were like, what the fuck does this mean? How do we make something happen off of this, you know?
Yeah.
But none of us knew how to do that or anything. So we'd call people to try to like book shows, and nobody would book us. And so we kind of just like started throwing parties in the basement that we lived in.
Yeah.
And those turned into like, come over and listen to us fucking play our 4 songs that we did. You know?
That's sweet.
And so we would like throw these parties that would get so fucking out of control.
Sure.
And we're just this little weird alternative punk band, you know, playing these fucking angsty, angry teenager music, you know.
I love it. I love it, man.
But it was, but that was like the first time I was like, fuck, man, maybe this is like what I actually want to do.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then it wasn't until long after that. So I met my wife around the same time then.
Okay.
But we lost contact with each other, and then we reconnected. But I didn't really have music on my mind at all at that time. And then so we had my daughter in 2013.
Okay.
And that kind of was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
That's when I first started turning wrenches.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but I was like writing songs, you know, like or writing rap verses.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really songs. It was just writing raps.
Writing lyrics.
You know, and I was just collecting so many of them. I had a ton of them.
Yeah.
And we had like a little blip in time where we lived in Oregon, and then that didn't go out as well as we had hoped. Mm-hmm. So we moved back, and basically when we moved back, I was like, you know what, I'm going to find a fucking recording studio.
Yeah.
And I'm going to record these songs that I have. Because if I don't, I never will. You know, I don't know how to do this myself.
For sure.
So I called up Ryan at Buzz Records.
Sweet.
And recorded my first song.
Awesome.
And that was Inside Out. And I released that one. And that kind of was like getting a little bit of traction on SoundCloud and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, fuck, I guess I'll fork out a little bit more money. And
keep going.
Record some more songs, you know. And so I started recording some songs, and then that was getting really expensive.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like, fuck, I can't do this. It'd be cheaper to just like buy a microphone and a computer and an interface and teach myself how to do this.
Get your own setup. Yeah.
And then it was fucking game over from there. You know? So I was just like writing songs and releasing them, and not giving a fuck about how they sounded.
Sure.
I was just putting fucking music.
Output.
Just putting music into the world.
Yeah.
You know? None of it was good.
I think we're always harsh on ourselves in that aspect, you know, given
back,
like the time and like period when it was coming out, maybe your knowledge on it, like even when everyone first gets started, like it never sounds good, you know.
I don't think I'll ever sound good to myself ever
right.
Anyway.
For
you know what I'm saying? So I try to like my music, and sometimes I write something that I'm like, fuck, I didn't write that. Like, this wasn't me.
Sure.
Like, there's no way that just came out of my fucking hand.
It's just this flow state that you found, you know?
It's weird. But yeah, so I just was starting to, and then all of a sudden, I got message on Facebook saying that somebody wanted to meet me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I went and met this person. And it was like, boom. Every show that I could possibly want was like at my fingertips.
Oh, crazy.
And it was like, just keep doing shows, keep writing music, just we'll put you on fucking everything.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I was like opening up for Afro Man, just every fucking name that came through. Like,
yeah, I saw like Murs was on list, like
so many of them.
Yeah.
Basically every strange music artist except for Tech Nine.
Love it.
So like, and I just started like meeting people.
Yeah.
You know? So this is like end of 2015 is when I recorded and released Inside Out.
Mm-hmm.
And so by the end of 2016, I'm on my first tour. So it was like a local tour.
Sure. Yeah.
So we did like a whole bunch of Montana shows, but that was like my first eye opener into like what touring as a musician really fucking is.
Right.
You know, it's not what you think. I mean, it can be, I suppose, when you're fucking Jelly Roll, but it's not what you fucking think it is. You
right.
know, it's so like I spent like $500 to get on this tour because I was like really pushing it. You know, I spent a whole bunch of money on merchandise,
mm-hmm.
and was gonna go fucking push this shit out of it. And my wife gave me her blessing. You know, she was like, I fucking believe in you. I think you really can do this. Yeah. So try.
Yeah.
You know, so I fucking did.
Mm-hmm.
And but then, you know, you're doing these shows and you're kind of selling some merch, you know, but then every night you're going back and sleeping in a fucking trailer in Butte, you know.
Yep.
And you're like, what the fuck did I spend $500 for?
Right.
There's like 12 people at all of these shows in bumfuck Montana, you know, which, I mean, don't get me fucking wrong. I met so many beautiful people.
Yeah.
And at these little shows, and I wouldn't trade a 5-person show for a 500-person show at any, because I mean, those, you get so much appreciation, but it doesn't change the fact that you're in a bumfuck town.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That doesn't give a fuck that you're there.
Right.
At all.
Right.
And so it's like, damn.
Yeah.
It's really humbling experience, especially when you have like this look in this outlook in your mind to where you're like,
is this what it's like?
Well, I mean, before that, you're like fucking touring.
Yeah.
You know, every night is going to be sold out. We're going to be fucking selling merch. Everybody loves us. Right. And it's like, not really, dude. You know?
For sure.
I mean, you're fucking cool, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I'm probably not going to spend $20 on a t-shirt, you know, type thing. And then that's when it's like, okay, so just like work a little bit harder. Mm-hmm. Do more local shows, you know. So we were just
build that fan base up a little bit more.
And so it was like, and then I got reached out to by an old buddy from high school that wanted to kind of start promoting concerts.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we can absolutely start that. Mm-hmm. And it's not as easy as you think,
sure.
You know. So like we got to understand that like it's probably not going to be a lot of winning at first.
Yeah.
And he kind of understood that, but I think his mind was in a way different place from just not really knowing. And so we actually booked Murs. Oh. And brought him.
Fire. Love that.
And it was so fucking crazy because to me, Murs is a fucking god.
Dude, he is.
You know,
I like
from the paid dues festivals to fucking just all of his everything. He's amazing, dude.
He is.
And he's a fucking great guy.
Yeah, he's like a great human.
So like we bring Murs out and like 60 people came. So we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like we did like radio spots to tell people that he was coming. Like, and just like nobody showed up. And Murs is a super humble motherfucker, so he's like, it's probably my fault, dog. And we're like, no, dude, it's not you, bro. Like, it's not you. But like, so that was like our first, like, okay, like, it's gonna be loss.
For sure.
Loss after loss.
Yeah.
At first, we got to figure out these fucking kinks. I mean, super cool. I got to have dinner with Murs.
Yeah.
I mean, we share a birthday.
Hey.
So, like, we're fucking spent a lot of time talking about that. Like, I got autographed records by him and shit. Like,
I love that.
He's a great guy. But it still sucked.
Right.
Like, dude, like one of the dopest rappers ever is in Monk's Bar right now, and 60 people are here to see it. I'm sure for those 60 people, it was cool.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. They were living their best life.
Dude, I'm sure that they loved every minute of it. But for me, as the guy that's like, damn, like this. On the one hand, you got this vision, and on the other hand, you got this other vision.
Like the reality.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, fuck. And then we booked Dizzy Wright.
Mm.
And that decision killed the company.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know how much fault Dizzy plays in all of this. Probably none at all whatsoever, actually. I mean, I held some resentment towards him for a little bit. But,
For sure.
So we booked him, and we're selling fucking tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And we're like, because at the time, Funk Volume and Dizzy Wright and Hobson and all those guys, Jaron Benton, they're a household name basically in the hip hop community.
Sure.
And so it's like, boom, it's gonna be fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like a fucking week before the show, it was like, I'm not coming. And so, the excuse was that he had to work on his Golden Age album.
Interesting.
And then but then a week later, he's like at some other show. So I was like, I don't know if this was like a booking. We never spoke to Dizzy Wright.
For sure.
We put that out there. Like, no communication ever happened directly from Dizzy Wright. It all was through this fucking booking agent, which was verified as his booking agent.
Yeah.
But that guy fucking wrecked us.
Damn.
So we had to give a whole bunch of refunds back, and it was like that one. My dude that wanted to run the company was like, no,
sure,
that can never happen again.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
On that. I mean, and I lost a lot of fucking respect for Dizzy Wright. But still, sure. At the same time, he doesn't know me. For sure. I don't know him. I can't say for sure what happened. Yeah. It's not even like we ever got to have a phone call. Yeah. And I know he's done other people right in Montana too. So I don't think it was his fault at all. But sure. Whoever his fucking booking manager was, cocksucker too. But yeah, and so but still, it still felt like we had a movement.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, had some motion.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was like a wave, and we were riding it for a little bit. Me and my boy Prosper. I don't know why I didn't invite him to do this.
Oh, it's all good, man.
But we found each other, and us making music together is just there's something about it.
Yeah.
That just kind of clicks with people, and so that turned into just a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, we'll stop there.
Okay. No, it's all good. Yeah. I mean, just trying your hand at different things, but also still music is what you.
I mean, no, for a while it was. I mean, yeah. So I basically quit my fucking job and went full-time music.
Crazy.
So it was
wow.
It was this is what I'm gonna fucking do.
Yeah.
And then, so I just put my all into it. I mean, and my wife, fucking God bless her, dude. She put up with so much bullshit because of me trying to chase a dream. Yeah. And I think that'd be my number one advice to somebody that's trying to chase music or acting or anything in the arts. I mean, is yes, you can do it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's going to be easier if you don't have a family.
Sure.
no matter what, it's gonna be fucking easier.
Yeah. There's going to be a challenge that comes when you do have that.
No matter what. I mean, yes, it would be so fucking cool to have the #1 song in the world and fucking homeschool my kids on the tour bus. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Like, that would be the dopest thing ever, but that's not the fucking reality. Like, you it takes so much. And I don't think you hear about people saying overnight sensation all the fucking time. No, there were not an overnight sensation. They put in fucking 10 to 15 years of fucking hard work before they became an overnight sensation.
Right.
You know, and it's like, I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. Still, people don't realize Jelly Roll was a fucking rapper. You know, like, people think that it's not,
instant success,
it's not okay.
Instant gratification, you know?
I went to a Jelly Roll show where there was 12 people back in like fucking 2011.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's nuts. So I think I was smacked with the reality of music really fucking early in the music process.
Yeah.
You know, and then you also realize that, like, no matter how much talent you have, it doesn't really fucking matter if you're not investing in yourself.
For sure.
So it's like,
you can be the most talented person in the room, but if you're not putting in the steps, you know, and doing the things that you need to do, like,
it's not 1995, dude. You can't walk into a fucking record label and rap some dope shit and then get $1 million anymore.
for sure.
You probably fucking can, but you don't want to sign that contract.
No, that's for sure. Selling the soul away to.
It's crazy, and that's why you also see these people that, like, get famous on TikTok, but have never performed a concert.
Right.
So they get famous on TikTok from their fucking song, and then they go out and they perform a concert and have no
terrible.
idea what they're doing.
Right.
Like, no idea. And
Right.
it's not even their fault. They're kind of just, like, thrown into this position
For sure.
to where it's like setting a lot of people up for failure. You know, and it sucks. I think that's why you see so many 15 minutes and not so many careers
Right.
anymore.
Yeah. And it's a lot of it too is just like chasing that 15 minutes. Like there's no other thought besides that pinnacle of it. And it's not like thought out like, oh, I'm going to have a full career in this. It's like, what can I do to blow up? And then, you know,
you see it in like every facet of art too. It's not just music.
even in society.
It's like trying to find the easy way out, you know, and it'd be fucking so cool to write a song that has 6 bars that are super catchy that go viral on TikTok. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
But but I also fucking did concerts for 10 years. You put me in front of a fucking 100,000 people right now and it's done, you know, like that's what I've been dreaming about.
For sure.
I think the most we ever did was 6,000.
Damn.
And that was at the last Testy Fest
Love it.
that ever happened.
That's awesome.
I know for a fact. So we went on right after the headliner.
Okay.
And so that is a weird time to go on,
yeah.
you know. But
there's not exactly the build up, but like the pinnacle piece has almost already happened.
It's just a really weird time to go on.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what to do with that crowd before.
Sure.
Like, I'd never performed for fucking Hell's Angels and Banditos, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like a super weird thing, and like we're about to rap, dude. Like, and so it was like, fuck, what do we do? And then my buddy Kyle Prosper, he's like, let's just open. So I have this song called "Fuck Y'all Blow Me," and it's a little bit more hard rock. It's just a harder beat.
Sure.
You know, we're still rapping, but it's just there's more guitar in it and stuff, and so it just sounds a little bit more rocky. So he's like, let's just open with "Fuck Y'all Blow Me."
There you go.
And I was like, okay. You know? And so tell the DJs like everything's changing right now. Like, so
We're switching it up.
So we change everything up, and we fucking play that song, and for some reason we just kept everybody's attention.
Love it.
And for like right off the bat, and then I do my first verse, we do the hook, and then Kyle does his verse, and then the second hook comes along, and by the second hook you got fucking 5,000-6,000 bikers like singing my song with me, And so it's like we're like, what the fuck? I'd never felt anything like that before. And when you have that many people in front of you, it's like fucking Simon Says. I don't know if you've ever experienced that before.
Not particularly, but
like you tell them to put their hands up. They're all putting their fucking hands up. When
you have them.
When you have it, like, it's like fucking playing Simon Says. You can like make people jump that don't want to jump. Like, it's like you can get people to fucking basically like kneel down and fucking jump up. You can make them do whatever the fuck they want. It's like, once you have people having fun, they're fucking in your hand.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. And that was one of the coolest experiences of my whole entire life.
I love that.
And then we got 25 more minutes, and it's like, fuck.
What else do we do? Where do we go next?
What's the next song? Yeah. But no, like, that was a really good decision making on Kyle's part.
For sure.
Like, he's like, let's just fucking open with the song that we normally play halfway through.
Catch them, get them right in, keep the energy up high, and
it was crazy.
I love that, man. That's a great story.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
That was a lot of fun, man. And what's even cooler is like that was the last ever Testy Fest that ever happened. So that was like
end on a bang.
It was 2016, I think.
Damn. I love it.
Yeah, but we kept moving from there. And then I was part of a movement called the Alumni.
Oh yeah.
And it was super cool. When it was going on, and then it kind of just faded away, and that's about as much as I'll touch on that.
For sure.
But I met a lot of really cool people in the process of that. And so we just kind of like met a lot of connections, and we would just like travel and do like random shows.
Sure.
We'd get invited to go to like fucking Indiana and just do a random show.
Yeah.
And, that was fun for a while, but it started to feel like I've pushed this as far as I'm gonna push it, staying here.
Yeah.
And then so we started like thinking about, do we move? Do we put ourselves, like, we got kids, dude, like they all have friends in school. Like, do I uproot my whole fucking family to move to Nashville or fucking LA to chase this fucking music when there's no guarantee?
Right.
And then so it was like, no, we'll just keep doing one-off shows for a little while,
For sure.
So we're just doing that, having fun for a little bit. And then it was a real pivotal moment in 2018 that kind of shook everything. One of my best friends, Christian Twite, passed away. And at that time period, like, he was the fucking golden goose. Like, he was the one, like, if any of us were gonna fucking make it, it was gonna be him. Like, and that's how we all felt. And he just didn't feel that way.
That's usually how that situation is,
And so when that happened, that kind of, it broke everything. It shattered. Like, we were all so fucking tight as a crew, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, friends. Group of friends that all made fucking music together. And that just broke everything. When somebody dies, you learn a lot about the people around them. And so that, you try not to hold grudges, and you try not to point fingers or put blame in anybody else involved in these scenarios, but then you see stuff, and it's like, oh, fuck, okay, like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can't be a part of this anymore, you know, and, which really sucks, you know, because I made a lot of people that I truly loved, you know. I'm gonna have to keep you a little way away.
Yeah,
you know,
step away.
Yeah.
And that's okay, man. Yeah.
And so it was like that turned into, I think, really, if you want to boil down what killed the alumni, was Christian Dwight dying. And there was a couple years that it still kind of went on after he died, but it was a ghost of what it was. You know, it kind of just seemed like we were all just chasing what was for a little bit, you know, and we just couldn't recapture that fucking flame.
For sure.
You know, it seemed like we had the Olympic torch for a few years, and then once that flame extinguished, you know, it was like, it was weird. It was really weird. And then I started touring. So yeah, I got invited to tour with Overtime.
Sweet.
And it started out as just, so his tour manager, Roger, he got really sick. And so like he wasn't able to run his stuff. So Overtime was like, hey, I fucking trust you, dude. Will you come and take his fucking spot for me?
Wow.
And so I was like, let me call my wife. She's like, when else are you gonna fucking have the chance to fucking tour the country?
Right.
Have this experience. You know? So it was like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, so that I learned a lot about the music industry and it's just so much about just the art industry, period.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And what is involved in that world. And when you really fucking boil down to the fucking mustard, it's money.
Yeah.
So much money, you know, and it's insane. I mean, and that's kind of why the little guy is so at odds with the whole machine of it all. Is you got $100,000 to fucking throw at your next song?
Right.
I don't.
No. No, I don't.
You know? And, I mean, that's what people don't realize.
Yeah.
You know, that's what those $1 million contracts are. Those are your loans. Yeah. Use that money to make your song big.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like,
100%.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then hopefully you make that money back so you can fucking pay us back.
Right.
And if you don't, collections.
Yeah, you're screwed. You're screwed.
It's a crazy world.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what cash rules everything around us.
Cream.
You know?
Yep, absolutely, dude.
And that's just.
And what's crazy, dude, is when you look back at it, like, rappers tell you this too.
Right.
So it's not like you're not being warned.
Right.
So, I mean, like, you look back at songs and.
It's the dollar bill, y'all.
Dude, more than that, dude. So Cypress Hill has this song called Rock Superstar.
Uh-huh.
And that whole fucking song is about how you don't want to do this. Like, the whole entire thing is like. Fuck, dude. They're telling you.
Yeah.
Like, I think one of, like, the bridge parts in Rock Superstar, Everlast, is, I'm pretty sure that's who it is. He's, like, talking in it, and he's, like, telling a little bit of a story, and he's saying, this is a job. Like, it's a fun job, but it's still a fucking job, and you have to treat it like a job. And then, you know, what that whole song is about, how much this shit sucks for anybody that wants to do it, you know. And but I think that's all part of it. You know, you can never feel the pleasure unless you felt the pain, you know what I'm saying? So,
For sure.
I think that's what the people are missing that are getting famous overnight on TikTok.
Yeah, kind of what we were talking about before we started
the,
rolling. Yeah.
They're just missing the work.
The work ethic.
You know?
Yeah.
And when you think of it as like what it fucking is, and if you 10,000 hours is not a joke. Yeah. It's more like the rest of your fucking life. It's and if you focus on anything else for too long, it's gonna
starts getting shaky.
It's gonna fucking hurt, dude.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I pushed it as far as I could, and then COVID happened, and I had to go back to work, and I just quit putting so much effort into the music, and I felt like it took me 8 years to get to where I felt like I could like maybe start pushing the barrier to back at square one. You know, nobody knows who the fuck I am anymore. You know, I don't know any of the names of any of these kids that are doing shows around here. Right. You know, like I see these names and I'm like, I don't know who that is. Maybe I should go meet them. You know, like
step out of the bubble a little bit. You know,
it's like but then you're like seeing the same names and stuff like over and over again. It's like, yeah, it was fucking me 10 years ago. Yeah. And that kind of sucks when you look back on that. You know, it's like, and you see people taking over your position.
For sure.
It was never your position. It was just your time. You know
yeah, man.
It was just your little fucking pocket of time.
Yeah.
Where shit was cool for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but I'd say that like even like that time brought so much like experience and so much like joy when you were, you know, living in it. And I mean, there was like, you know, there's tough times in it, but like also like that was your time, you know, the time that you really like were doing what you were wanting to do and you love doing it. And like, that's a beautiful thing, you know?
It was so much fun too. I mean, and I've done shows this year, you know, so it's like I did the show here for my fucking one of my best friends ever, Connor, and I don't know if you know the story on how I met.
No,
how
I never. We've talked a little bit, but not like extensively about it.
Yeah, I think he said something about it on his podcast when he was here.
Oh, okay.
But he recorded his first song ever at my house.
That's right. Yeah.
So it was like, I just woke up one day and I got this fucking random message. Like, I don't know what made me check it. It was like message requests.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, I wasn't friends with this guy on Facebook or anything. I just got this message and it was like, this was like early 2017 probably.
Yeah.
And he was just like, hey man, I really want to rap, but nobody will give me a chance. So I was like, come over.
Yeah.
Let's see it. You know? And so he fucking came over and I fired my little studio up and he fucking recorded this song. And as he's recording it, like, he was the first person that ever came in my studio to record music that was fucking ready.
Yeah.
Like, he walked in, knew what he wanted to do. I pressed play, and it was
history.
And I'm sitting there, and at the time, he was way heavier than he is now.
Yeah.
And he was, I'm not a very tall guy, and he's a tall
for
guy.
sure.
You know? So he walks in my house, and you know, he's just this big dude, and I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect what happened.
Yeah.
And so he recorded this song, and I'm listening to it, dude, and I'm like, fuck. Goddamn. And then my wife just like, she never does this, dude, but she came in the room and she's like, that's fucking good.
This is pretty damn good.
And I was like, right? You
know?
And then so like, I was like, okay, but like, let me teach you some things.
For sure.
So it was like, okay, here's what we need to do now. Like, do it again. You know, let's fucking punch some backups, vocals into there. Let's fucking do some ad libs. Like, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put some sound effects in here. We're gonna make this fucking song. And then he released it, dude. And to this day, like, that's my favorite song of his. And like, I was like, it's the fucking white Biggie Smalls coming in my house, dude. Like, I'd never, like, I was like, who the fuck is this kid? And why has nobody given you a shot, dude? Like, no fucking way I'm the first one that was like, yeah, dude, let's go.
Let's do it.
And that created a fucking bond that I don't think will ever break.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that story. Yeah, I knew, like, when you said, like, he recorded with you for the first time, I remember him telling that, like, small bit, but never, like, the extended with more detail in it.
Man, that song was so fucking good. I don't know if he still has it on SoundCloud. Fucking Connor goes through these weird things where he's, like, fucking making... He's always making cool shit.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But he's always like, fucking, I'm Lou Charisma now. Back to Dram again. So you can like never find his fucking music where you want to find it. Like, was this song released under Lou Charisma or was this fucking Dram, dude? I don't know.
It's all a part of it. It's all about the aliases.
I want to listen to it again, though.
I love it.
I love that kid to death, though.
He's a good guy. Yeah.
Prayers up to him. He's going through some shit.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. So kind of, I guess, post-COVID to where we're at right now. Like, what's life like for you now?
I'm just a full-time Toyota technician.
Sweet.
So I've been with Toyota for 5 years on December 2nd.
Awesome, man.
So I went right back into work after they shot tore down. It was like maybe not, like 7 or 8 months after they shot tore down.
For sure.
But I think I was still like hoping for things to like pick back up, because we never really knew like what was happening.
Right.
Like we're like, okay, so New Haven will let us come and play, but the next show is scheduled in Kenosha and they won't let us play. So like we can fly out there and do that, but no, that's not fucking worth it. Is anybody actually going to come? You know, and especially during like that big part of time, it was more than just COVID. There was like the fucking George Floyd riots and like all sorts of shit, crazy shit was going on. Yeah. I think we actually had a show in Kenosha and like 3 nights we didn't perform it because like 3 nights before our show was scheduled, Kyle Rittenhouse happened.
Oh, jeez.
Like in Kenosha. So
crazy.
It was like, and I mean, we're in a fucking RV, like, and we're like, we're a fucking target. I don't think we can't go anywhere near Kenosha.
For right sure. It's not really like the place to be now.
Like crazy riots and shit.
Yeah.
But like, what's crazy is like, Overtime is such, he's so about his fans that like he was willing to go to fucking Kenosha in the middle of a riot to do a fucking show. You know, it was like, we all had to be like, no, dude.
Yeah. Like, let's think about this
like
a little
we fucking
bit.
get it.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
Nobody. A lot of people can have whatever opinions about that man they want, but he's a good motherfucker. I know a lot of people do have their opinions about him.
Oh. If they do, I don't know too much about it.
Oh, okay. So it was actually thanks to him that I got the job that I have now. His son's was going to school with a kid who's, at the time, his dad was the service manager of Toyota.
Oh, okay.
And so he had like posted on Facebook or something that he needed a tech, and Overtime knew that like that's my background.
Sure.
You know? So he was like, "Hey, dude, I don't think we're gonna have any work, so maybe hit up this guy." And so I did, and it's been game over from there.
Sweet.
I'm doing better than I ever have. So it's like, yeah, it would be super cool to be touring, but health insurance is dope.
Yeah. For sure. For sure, man.
That's how they fucking get you.
Yeah. Yeah. But you enjoy it.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
that's great, man.
I mean, I've always been more of a blue collar person, you know, true to the roots. I got my first job in a lumberyard when I was like fucking 10. Yeah. So it's always been something like hard work has always been a big factor in everything that I do, you know. Yeah. Not always the best employee, but I fucking work hard, you know.
For sure.
But I highly cherish the job that I have now. I think that the Toyota dealership here is one of the most coveted shops to work for in town. Technicians fucking fight over it. They basically have tenure, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, I've made a lot of really good relationships with people that I hope to have in my life until I'm not breathing anymore. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet. It's just nice when you find a pocket of life, you know, and you live within it. And, it brings you joy.
Yeah, and I mean, you're not going to grow without. You're not ever going to grow without a little uncomfortability.
Of course.
So I feel like you have to like kind of make yourself a little uncomfortable sometimes to grow at all. You know, so it was definitely hard to go from rock star to mechanic. Usually it's like mechanic to rock star.
For sure.
And not that I ever really was a rock star, but I mean, I was touring with somebody that was, you know, so it was, you still get to experience all of that stuff.
Have those feelings.
And it's so fucking cool. Yeah. And I will forever be grateful for the time I spent and what I learned while on that road.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I love that, man.
45 shows in fucking 3 months is rough, man.
That's all over.
It's tough, but like people do it like all the time. Like touring musicians, like, and that's not just the big guys, but like the small touring musicians. Like, I mean, everybody knows who Afro Man is, but he's not selling out the fucking Adams Center.
Right.
But he will sell out little fucking bars all over America.
100%.
Fucking every fucking time. You know, and so his little tour pockets and shit, like, people find that make a great living off of finding enough success to sell at a bar. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucking,
and to satisfy,
it's
to be comfortable and to, just
absolutely,
doing what you want to do and like keep it going regardless of
amazing.
How many people are there, you know?
And I think if I were to ever push music to the extent that I was again, and don't get me wrong, I'm always write, record, and release music.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll ever have the hunger for it like I did.
Yeah.
Ever again. But like I said, dude, if I can release a song that goes viral and fucking get famous on my couch, let's fucking go.
What we're doing. For sure. No, I mean, I really enjoyed the track that came out this year with Anthony.
That was a fun one, man.
Yeah. Just like it had, when I first heard it, I had not like known who you were, and that was kind of like my first introduction to you, and like just the lyrics were on point. Like I really loved like the message that came about from that song, and it really kind of got me to dive a little deeper and try and like who is this guy? And then
what else did you find?
I mean, the whole discography in Spotify, like you have to listen to it all as much as you can find, but the track this year was really awesome.
That was a really fun song.
Yeah.
And what was cool about that song is A-Trip kind of just like was like, "Hey, I wrote a song for you," and I was like, "Oh, fuck, okay." And so he said it to me, and he was like, "I wrote this with you in mind, and having you on this song. And I had never had anybody to like be like that about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's fucking cool. Yeah. Of course, you know, I probably had no intention of ever doing a song this year if it wasn't for him doing that. And then that turned into 10 more songs I have in my hard drive. He's waiting for me to fucking get busy with. So
that's awesome. I love it. Yeah, no, it was just great message. Like, even I, like, when I listened to it, like, I needed to hear some of those things, you know? And I think that's, like, the cool part about music is, like, just the effect that it has on people, that you never know who's listening. And, like, that's, like, the beautiful part about it.
For me, when it comes to what I write, I've always taken very seriously.
Yeah.
You know, and granted, there is some shit that I wrote that's not that serious.
For sure. Everybody has that.
But, like, I've always really cared about what I'm putting out to the world, you know, and that doesn't necessarily mean, like, how it sounds.
No,
like,
no,
the
I
mix,
get you.
You know, but, like, what I'm putting into what I'm writing, you know, and the message that's in there. Like, I can't write about or rap about shit that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Right. You know, I mean, I can write a shit talk song where I talk about how cool I am, you know?
Right. But the intent is always, like, important.
But it's always, there's something there that, like, and I have this rule where I don't rap about dying.
Sure.
Like, and so many people do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's superstition or what it is. Like, if I'm going to put it out into the world, like, I'm going to breathe life into it. Like, we're not going to breathe death into this, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to, like, you got to put the life into it. And I mean, like I said, sometimes I write shit that I'm like, what the fuck? And then I write songs and I'm like, somebody else needs to sing this fucking song.
For sure.
Like, somebody buy this bitch from me right now. If anybody needs a ghostwriter.
There you go. VoKab on the list. Right there.
But yeah, man, it's been... But yeah, A-Trip ignited a fucking fire, man.
Yeah.
Which has been crazy. I've been holding out on him, though. I got stuff done that I just haven't sent to him yet because I'm just not happy with how it's turned out.
For sure.
And when you're working with a caliber of artists like fucking Anthony, dude, like, it's got to be fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even happy with the verse I sent him.
Man, no, it was great.
I was happy with what I wrote, but I wasn't happy with, like, how I performed it.
Sure.
So I was like, fucking god damn it. But he was like, I already sent it off. And I was, fuck, god damn it.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right.
Gotcha.
I guess it is what it is. You know?
Just gotta roll with it.
It's crazy, man. But, like, I did a song with Drem called Ego.
Yeah. I heard that one
a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And to me, that's, like, the pinnacle of, like, that's the best song I think I've ever done. You know, when it comes to, like, just how it sounds, the way it's built, you know, the cohesiveness of it sounds like fucking... I recorded it in my goddamn mudroom, and it sounds fucking amazing, you know? And so it's like, when I'm, like, and that's been the goal ever since then, is, like, I've been chasing sounding like that song. Yeah. Over and over, like, not exactly the song, but, like, how I sounded on that song. And, like, that's what I want everything to sound like. And so I'm, like, chasing that fucking song. So now I'm, like, fucking 1,100 takes into this goddamn project I'm working on. Still haven't fucking kept anything. But it's work, dude. Like, you know, Giza wasn't built overnight. If you're gonna do it right. Yeah. And I spent so many years doing it wrong. For sure.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. But that's a part of it, you know? It's a part of the process.
Yeah, but yeah, Anthony lit a fire up under my ass, man.
Love it.
Kind of reignited it. And but I also got invited to, a few months ago, got invited to go out to Washington and open up for Wildcard. And
okay.
And that was out of the blue too, you know. It was like, hey, we'd like to have you come out and do a show. And I was like, fuck it. Okay,
let's do it.
Let's go. You know? And then so that was like another thing. Like, I can't stop doing
Right.
Like, even if it's once or twice a year, like, I got to go out and do it just because of the release of what it is, and I've always kind of felt like it might not seem like it. I'm a fucking, in my work clothes, fucking big old bushy beard, dude. But if you've ever seen me perform, it's off the fucking hook, dude. Like, there's a reason why every flyer had my name on it for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just because I can rap. It's I fucking blow your mind on it. It's crazy. Like, Token has this line in the song where he says, I get on stage and I blow them all away, then I get off stage and I can't hold a conversation. And it's like, that's how I've always felt.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, fucking get up there, do the job, this is your dream. No matter how many people are in front of you, this is your dream. It's never going to get better than this until the next time it's better than this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and just that feeling once or twice a year, I think has always got to be there. It's crazy too. And my wife's always been my biggest fan. Yeah. So like,
I love
she knows all the words to all my songs, and so like, I've never known a show that she's not front row rapping everything back to me. You know what I'm saying?
And that's worth so much.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's invaluable.
I mean, granted, she didn't like it after a while, but she's still a fan of the music, and like she's always believed in me. Like when we first got together back in 2012, I remember I was just like joking around in the backseat of her best friend's car. I was just like fucking around. Yeah. And I remember she like turned around and was like, "You should really fucking be famous." Like, that was kind of like one of those, what do you mean? Like, you really think so? Yeah. But, she's always pushed me to just, she's never held me back at all. And, and that's to a fault, I almost think. Maybe she fucking should have sometimes. Maybe things would have gone a little differently. But, man, I couldn't ask for a better support system that I have now. My mom's been clean off of meth for quite a few years now.
That's beautiful, man.
And so I spent a lot of time forgiving her, and that's been I think the best thing for me. Was just realizing that it was her fucking first time living life too. She didn't know any better.
Right.
I mean, even if she fucking did, so what? I'm alive. I'm fine.
And she's here now.
She's here,
and like that's.
And she's worked really hard over the last few years to make up for all of it. So, as much as I would like to hold the grudge, I can't.
For sure.
She's still my mama.
Yep. Always will be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and just healing day by day.
It's crazy. But like, that's what made me fucking put me up on TikTok. Got me 19 million views last year. I was making fun of my mom, dude. Not like making fun, like
no,
making fun of like the situation.
Yeah,
like I was just making jokes about experiences that I had while she was on drugs. And people resonate with that stuff. So it's like, fuck. Sorry that 19 million people know
this about me.
I'm really fucking sorry. It's like, it was really funny. Like so I did the first one, and it's a joke about my mom vacuuming the floor at 3 a.m. after she vacuumed the floor 30 times.
For sure.
And walking down the stairs or whatever. So I made that video. It just... for no reason. I don't know why I did it, dude. But I just made it and posted it. Woke up the next morning and was like, what the fuck? Oh no. Like, this has 750,000 views and like 100,000 likes and comments. And I was like, oh fuck. And then my mom called me. She's like, is this a thing now? Is it okay? And she's like, if it helps you. And so I was like, does it hurt you though? And she's like, I mean, a little bit, kind of just seeing your perspective of things, but she's like, but it's not that it's not valid either, though. For She's like, it's your story, tell it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I made a few more of those videos, and then I kind of, they were all just, every one of them was just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Just millions of views on every fucking one of them.
Crazy.
And it got to the point where I was like, okay, I think I'm going to start telling this story in a better light.
Better stories, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so then I made a video about my mom escaping my dad. And driving us 1,700 miles from Houston to Florence, Montana to escape him, you know, and just made it more like she, in all the bad, you know, she did a lot of good too. You know, she raised 2 kids that are strong, independent children that, I mean, both of us have broken the cycle. Both me and my sister have broke the cycle. You know, it's crazy to think about. You know,
that's amazing.
But yeah, and then after that one, I just stopped telling I just started feeling bad about it.
For sure. Like, it's time to end this, you know?
It's like, we need to find something else.
For sure.
Because at this point, I'm just like beating a dead horse, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I made like 5 or 6 of them, and they were all fucking hilarious. And even one of them, my mom called me. She's like, did I really do that? And I was like, yeah, you really did that. She's like, I'm so sorry.
That's how it goes.
It is wild shit, man. Yeah, like I said, man, I tried to hold a grudge for a long time, but
it's not worth it. Yeah.
Not at all. Especially when it was my dad that fucking put her through all of it. You know, so, and I can't even blame him because I don't know what the fuck, you know. The older you get, the more life you live, the more you realize that we're all just doing what we know how, you know? And if you're raised, you hang out with fucking 6 crackheads, you're going to be the 7th. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're surrounded by, that's what I think a lot of people don't realize. They think, like, oh, crime and poverty, they think it's a choice, you know, for a lot of people. And what a lot of people don't realize is that, like, the crime happens because of the poverty. You know, the people don't have a fucking choice. Like, if you're raised around people that are selling their fucking food stamps for crack or whatever, you know, fucking 50 cents on the dollar for, I don't know, sell a whole book of fucking food stamps for a fucking teener of crack, you know? Like, when that's what your mom is doing, like, it's not your fucking fault that you have to go steal bread now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, so it's like, and then you just hear people talking that have never experienced that type of life.
Yeah,
and
that struggle.
And they just don't understand it. They act like it's a choice.
Right.
You know, and it's fucking not. It never has been, and it never will be.
Yeah.
You know, as long as we still have inner cities and projects and places where they pile poor people on top of each other, there's gonna be fucking crime. You know, like, it'll never end.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Sorry, don't go off.
No, dude, you're good. But I think it's a valuable thing to talk about too, because, you know, it's a part of experience.
Yeah, man. I mean, I didn't know a life without that wasn't in poverty until I was fucking almost 30.
For sure.
You know.
Yeah.
And it took what I'm doing now to just barely break surface. You know, and so it's like, you gotta be insane to be able to walk on that water, dude. You know, like, if you can, you worked hard.
Yeah. For sure.
It's fucking crazy. Like, and if you didn't, dude, awesome. Good for you. Because this shit sucks.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not fucking easy, man.
No.
You know, eating fucking turkey and rice for a fucking week straight. You know, like, once a day. You know, it's like, if you don't know that shit,
keep your mouth closed.
Miss me with your fucking opinions.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, I guess kind of getting to some closing thoughts.
Yeah.
As a human, as an artist, as a man, what advice would you give that you've learned? I know you've dropped a couple bombs throughout, some truth bombs, but whatever you feel kind of led to share in this moment, like what kind of advice would you give artists or people or, anyone that's listening?
I think in general, it's just be kind. I spent a lot of years being angry, and a lot of people, not that it was, anybody's fault or anything, but like, just be kind. You don't know what anybody's going through. Everybody's going through something. Everybody has a story, even if they don't tell it. Everybody's got a story. So just that's the biggest thing, is just try to be kind. And when it comes to music, just if it's something you truly want, don't stop. Keep pushing. Eventually it will fucking happen. And it probably happen when you don't think it's gonna.
For sure.
Because like have you ever seen that picture of the guys? It's like got a dude digging a tunnel on the top, and it's like another guy digging a tunnel, and he stops and turns around, but right on the other side is diamonds, like
the huge diamond.
It's like it's kind of how it is. You never know when you're gonna hit those fucking diamonds. And everybody gets better with practice. And if it's rap is a muscle. If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So, and that doesn't mean you have to fucking freestyle like Harry Mack to be fucking dope either, dude. But like, just fucking rap. If you want to be a rapper, fucking rap. If you want to be a guitarist, play fucking guitar. If you want to be a drummer, play drums. Because you're not gonna do any of those things if you don't do any of those things. So, but be kind and rock on.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming through, man. And
thank you for having me, man. I appreciate
thanks for
it.
the conversation.
Super good meeting you.
Yeah.
I love what you've been doing.
Thanks, man.
I caught wind and was like, that's good for him. There's not a lot of people that are trying this type of stuff, and if they are, it's not this, and I think what you've built here is a pretty cool little, I don't know, just a nice area in this culture, for fucking random dudes like me to come in and tell a little bit of my story.
100%, man.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, like, I'm just kind of the host, and I'm just like, I want people to be able to give oral history, because I feel like the more we know about what has been, the higher we can kind of climb,
Absolutely.
And the higher that we can push the next group of guys behind us.
Yeah, so I guess just keep doing it, dude.
Thanks, man.
Even if you got to come in here and sit by yourself and talk. When you run out of
believe me.
when you run out of washed up Montana rappers to fucking come in.
We'll get there. I'll get through them all. No, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.